Hi guys, and welcome to another DDoS Experience livestream. And so, I have some kind of issue right now, technical issue as you can see. By the way, we are live on this reset day. No, it's Sunday. Sorry, I just should scrap out everything. I'm burnout. We are live on this Sunday, and this is reset day for Nightwing PvP, which is the only thing I'm caring about this weekend. I don't care about Starfire, not because she is not good or something, just because I have enough for L4, even if I just take, let's say, a top 5000, which will never happen, even if I stop playing right now. So I'm focusing on Nightwing. I want him to be L4, just because it's not that he is particularly good or something. Is that I'm, sad that I'd like to play with him and have some fun with him, but I hope to be able to play with him in the Titans event, which has been, as you may know, a huge letdown. We have streamed it live on Friday night for me, so Saturday at reset, and we were able to reach this node, which I could clear if I get my Robin to L4, which is not going to happen. This event is, as I said again, a huge letdown. They said that was the event catered towards endgame, towards veteran players, and that we, because I consider myself a veteran player, we would have enjoyed it. And to be honest, I don't know anyone of the veteran players that even had fun in that. I have an alt account on Android, which I seldom play, and it's been more useful for that account than has been for my main, because I had plenty of L5 Deathstroke shards, and yeah, they are worth nothing to me, because there is still, after nearly 2 years, no shard conversion in the game. There is no use for the experience after that you will get after you get to the cap. So everything in this event meant nothing to us or to the veteran players. And I consider myself lucky, because if I remember correctly, in this node I even got one life ring. I just got one in the whole event, and I was one of the very few that got it. Everyone else got just junk XP orb, green essence, and nothing. So you spent like 200 energy. Hi Michael, welcome to the stream. You spent like 200 energy for nothing. You could have slept off, and you would have been more happy, because no one would have cared. So this event is sad. To be honest, you can feel it from my voice. I am a little bit, let's say, depressed about the course of the event, and I hope that next month will be better, because we have been told month after month after month that they are working toward giving us a better experience, especially behind some kind of events like the Titan one or new PvP. And what we got was a huge PvP system that they failed to implement in the normal PvP, because this one will benefit more the veteran than the new players, and was a good solution. And they refused to do that, because I don't know why. They still penalize heroes that are based around revivers, like Doomsday, which is worthless in current PvP because he will die and you will lose 1 star. And it's part of his kit, like Lobo or Grandi or whatever. So they keep penalizing us for playing the game like they want us to play because Lobo is based around a passive that says it will revive. They failed to fix Clayface and instead they completely shut down the ability to proc Roar of the monster when he was going to die. I've never seen after the patch one Clayface clapping, even though there were like 4 invisible guys in the game. So I don't know. They are just trying to tell us, okay, go play something else. And what's more aggravating is I don't know if you have kids or friends with little kids. There's yeah, I'm thinking of skipping Larfreeze, going back to free to play, and when I'm done, I'm done. I will be out of the game because it's horrible. They have done nothing, and to be honest, as I said, I don't know if you have kids, and this will mess up my screens, so bear with me. I don't know if you know that game, which is called Running Tom or something else like that. It's a game where you basically have a cat. He has to run and collect some coins, right? And it's so comic that there's this game. Sorry for the aspect ratio. I have to just give me a moment. I will go back to the game in a second. This game doesn't work. The mirror doesn't work. Sorry. So I will try to have it on screen. Here it goes, and yep, I cannot get it. Okay, so this game is the usual run game where you have to just play some running, and you got some teams here that you can choose. And after you get the first hero, you can change the costumes, which is something we are asking like forever. You have various Batman, various Superman, which is still locked for me, various Firestorm, and it's not that I'm talking about the game. It's just that this game, which is like 2 months old, has better implementation than a game with 1 year old is. The game, as I said, is pretty simple. It's for kids. And you have to just do some basic running and interact with the board. You can see, you can choose your hero, customize the gear that can have lightning bolt or speed vortex or whatever. This is even better than DCL at the moment because they let us play with the hero you want. They will unlock the hero pretty quickly, like just logging on. Yeah, I'm playing it. I'm showing it. It's stupid. It's for kids. So you have your heroes here. And this mission is fly through holograms, Joker's one, to disable the transmission. There's a lore behind it. It's Joker just escaped. And you have basic move that is an attack, as you can see. You can jump, let's say disable, or go towards. If you lose some characters, you have 3 lives. And you have to just jump. It's easy. It's for kids, as I said. There's nothing worth. But I will show the fact that, and then you have supers, which is she able to fly or calling the Justice League attack and so on. And the name is Justice League Action. you have challenges and whatever. As I said, I got my friend's kid playing this Tom running game, and she was enjoying. And then she saw me playing Justice League, and then said, "Oh, there is some game with Justice League in it, you know?" And no, I don't know it. So when you level up, you get some free stuff. In this time, I got the energy conversion, when you can convert a coin that you get on the map to energy to enable your supers. And as I said, I will go up to the boss. And you can. That boss here is Joker. This is chapter 7. And it's fun that you can, as I said, unlock easily your character, and there are already plenty which we don't have we don't have Hawkman or Plastic Man or Stargirl in DCL, and there are so many fun guys. You want to play with your Batman? You will hear their quotes, and they are even funny. You can use powers, shields, or double jumps to get double jumps, or shields to prevent one death, like some kind of awareness. If we are talking DCL, and League of Fury is some kind of super that you can use. And as I said, every hero that you have is able to unlock more moves and more costumes. And everyone has a movie, so let's stop showing always this. Green Arrow has the Mean Green, 2 costumes, and a lot of moves. Magnetic Arrow and Midas Touch. So you go through that, and as I said, it's not the best game in the world, but if you have kids and they are already playing Running Tom, you will be able to, get them into DCL or DC lore and enjoy a fun game. And as I said, you have this bar underneath, which is the energy bar that's filled. Sorry, I just failed. That will fill when you get the green, this green icon, and when you reach 100%, it will start up, and you will be able to use the super. So Batman super is his bike, because in this level I have this one, and you're able to go through obstacles. You are able to use attacks, go below gear, jump up, and as I said, it's sad, and you can call the Justice Fury, which is this kind of destroy everything, fly up. And it's ugly that this game for kid is better at unlocking and catching you in the game than DCL is. So I even failed because I didn't even destroy the stuff. So let's go back, and this has already some kind of bad guys. These are cutscene, and you have to fight guys like Mongol. It's sad because I already beaten some yeah, there's Mongol, there's Captain Freeze, not Captain Freeze, Victor as an enemy, and I've already beaten Darkseid and Harlequin Magister and Lex Luthor. So there are so many things, and the sweet part of all of it is that you have this lore part when you can see the enemy. They will tell you about ability, biography, and whatever. But if you are there's Lobo. Lobo is an enemy that lets you that chases you with a bike and tries to kill you. I don't know if I get to. It's a random event while you play. There are so many underrated character here. Yeah, there's Booster Gold. So they are so cool at what they do. Yeah, so I will show Booster Gold because everyone will love him. And as I said, there are so many characters, and the really cool thing here is that, as I said, you have missions which you can do. You have this calendar, which is the unlock. You just log in and get free stuff, and every 7 day you get a free character that's even better than this EL. And after you are, because you can gather character shards from the game, when you are done with a character, you will unlock costumes. And the last part is there are comics. You are even able to read the comics from the game. They are just here to hook you up on the comic. But it's okay. What I mean is that. So let me go. Okay. There are even comics in the game. Just to let you understand who's who and to have some fun. And again, they chose with comics to put in the game, so you will be even sure that your kids won't read anything that's not supposed to. So it's okay. As I said, these are for kids. But as I said, this game is better polished than. There are videos of heroes, of events, and whatever. And there's this boss mode. Sorry, the game is slow sometimes, especially when loading videos because he has to fetch from YouTube. And I'm streaming, so it's. So you can see the hero here. It's Superman because it's here, and you can see something related to. Lego or Titans or whatever. And you can see little videos of those. So again, this may not be the better thing, but he has even an end game mode when you have just the fact that you have to beat yourself. It's like run as much as you can, try not to die, get your best score by gathering coins and defeating opponents or whatever. And there are challenges that will give you some kind of rewards, and they are better than Alliance challenges. So, okay, let's stop all this madness. I just wanted to, and the ability to unlock heroes is even easier here. I know that's catered to kids, so kids will never spend €100 to unlock heroes. But yeah, I don't know. I forgot to show this in the past days. But yeah, after the letdown of Friday, I suppose it's time. And as you can see, I'm only playing that when I am at my friends because their kid will play the game, and I will go there explaining who's who and some kind of interesting dynamics between maybe Batman and Superman or Batman and Joker. Why Joker is there and do what he does. So let's go back to the sad game. Sorry, I have to shut this down because I can go on forever, and yeah, yeah. So when I with this mind or mentality or whatever, it's easy for me to snowball out of controlling a sad thing. So as I said, I have enough for L4. I don't care if I am outside of top 100 here, and I will need just like 50. So even if I get rank 50,000, I will be okay, and I probably end up rank 200 tomorrow. So I don't care about this event. I will go back into the Hero Showdown and we'll try to farm enough for top 100, which is strangely hardly fought. It's strange that when everyone is involved, you have this kind of scores, and when it's only the big guys with Legendary 1 already unlocked, you will get so lower scores, and it's easier to get to top 10 or World's Finest or whatever. When in the first Hero Showdown, in fact, you don't see many people going for World Finest in the second one. When they want to showcase, let's say something like, I am the biggest guy here, and I will go World Finest. Just notice that they will go for the easy targets, let's say Supergirl, or when it's the first of the two Hero Showdown. But anyway, let's go back to the game. And an hot topic started the other day was the nerf of Wonder Girl. To be honest, I don't care about the nerfs. She is, or anyway, pretty good. What I don't like is that she still purges on less than on less than six buffs, and that she is still, if it's a bugged in the way that she can purge after she misses. So if they change the writing and said always purge 3 buffs, I'm okay with that. If they change the writing to just say purge cannot miss, whatever, I'm okay. What I'm not okay with is them nerfing her and error proccing when there are less than 4 buffs. So Batman here has 5. Let's see if she procs. And he can even take another buff. No, she didn't. We don't know if she didn't because of the 70% or something. But again, I think that if you are displeased with this game and you want to still play something related to DC, there's the other game. And I'm even thinking of going back to the DC Universe Online. Maybe stream some of it. I don't know. I'm for sure, unless the new PvP mode is worth, I'm not spending for Larfreeze. Even because they did something silly, which is forcing Larfreeze to be an Alliance featured character in the second week of the month, in the third week of the month, and you will not be able to gather his shards before the end of the month. So it's like they just don't care. So this should be one game where Giganta slaughter us, right? Nope. From what we know, he doesn't have a regular PvP week. So she did 5k damage to... Woohoo! Clayface! Huge! And here we have just one proc Hetrigan doing no damage to her. But then that's it. So let's go like this. Do some damage AoE. I want to remove the shield from Hal Jordan. And I'm already starting applying some damage on her. Because as I said, she doesn't do anything in the game. I don't know why they thought that just one move that gives her some taunt is worth anything. Unless you try and cheese her in some stupid comp with Ivy or whatever, she's just bench material. So if you want this stream to become a Justice League action stream, let's go for it. I think that kind of game may be excruciating to see because of the delay. Plan here is to destroy them with random attack. So like this. Sure, get a critical. Sure. New month, let's say event based. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess because it seems that there won't be any showdown. So, and that was something which was pretty cool. And there will be no showdown next month, so we are forced to play Jon Stewart and Stars of Fire PvP, which probably we don't care. And the Larfreeze Alliance Week is in the middle of the month, and we don't have any way to gain his shard unless there's some collateral way. Maybe they are doing the they would have announced that they may treat him like Marsha Manhunter, where she has a special alliance reward. Beside that, just here. Okay. Why do you say that Argan is fun with interesting or fun with Atrocitus? Because you want them to crit on turn 1 because of the enrage, or you have some team composition in mind? So he is supposedly 100% crit. Let's get some music in the meanwhile. I was listening to an Italian group, and I will go back to some, instrumental. Yeah, but the enrage just lasts one turn. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it will do like a lot of damage on turn one. Is just already fast enough, and yeah, it can be fun. And he is one character that you really want to, capitalize on multiple kill and set up to be able to use the big shot. So, and I always forget that I have to. So, I keep forgetting that this is a PvP day with some kind of, you know, required character for the event. So we will go like this. This group is called God is an Astronaut. It's pretty nice. They are an instrumental group as usual. I'm always going for those kind of setup as of late, and yeah, they are worth it. So let's try and see if Giganta dies with one hit. Oh, thank you, Jess, for the bits. So let's AoE here. And let's Giganta. I suppose that DS is the only one. I still don't have that many other box setup. Because I'm just setting up, as you can see. I'm setting up the events, and I'm going to have a poll, probably on Reddit, on which custom emote subscriber would like to have. Because as of now, I should be able to create 2 custom emotes for a subscriber, and yeah, I will just let them choose. I'm torn between a Superman based one or a Doomsday one, because this is the only Doomsday supported stream, but I'm a huge fan of Superman, so I don't know. I will let them choose, and probably the second one will be the one that has not won the poll. And again, thank you everyone for following and enabling the subscriber and the custom emotes. And yeah, as usual, if you have Prime or whatever, a subscription is free. You have one each month. And but beside that, I don't. As I said, I'm not doing this for the subscription. It's just that I wanted to be able to give players subscribe bonuses or something. I have a job, so as I always say, spare money. This is change money, because for every subscription, I think PayPal keeps a part of it, and then Twitch keeps a part of it. So what's interesting, Michael? Oh, the cheering thing is just to give money to the stream. But as I said, I don't want you to invest money on the stream, because I'm not doing that for this. And at the moment, there's no way for me to disable that. If you want, just throw money at the stream. It's okay. I don't care. and maybe in the future I will do something like subscriber. This is what I'm going to do. And that's something else. Let me split the things. I was saying I have a daily job, so cheering or whatever, it's nice, and I thank you for that. But don't feel obliged to do that, or maybe like it's a big, huge thing. And again, just being here and supporting the stream is pretty fun to me, and I'm glad that you are doing that. So let's go back to the PvP stuff. And yep, I was saying about the subscription and whatnot. I want to do something like have some subscriber, or maybe if people are going big on subscription and bits, like let them know that they can choose the content that they want to see. So maybe, you know, Jazz is big on lanterns and he is a subscriber, and he says, oh, I want you to level up your White Lantern Sinestro and your Stars of Fire and break them. So I will go there, use them, and try to get the best out of them. And you get to choose the teams and whatever. I will do a full board clear based on the request. So you can say, okay, I want to see White Lantern Sinestro with 3 guys, 1 for affinity, and I will level them during the month. And if I already have them leveled, it's okay. And after that, you will see a full board clear with just the hero that you asked. So maybe they are not synergistic between them, and maybe you choose Dr. Poison, White Lantern Sinestro, and DOJ, okay? And maybe I will use Dr. Poison with a full bleed team, or exploiting DOJ, a passing of buffs, or whatever. Or you can choose 3 synergistic guys, maybe, you know, Grodd, Killer Frost, and whatever, and I will do full board clears, even if I just die against Batgirl's team all along. It's just like to give some kind of subscriber chosen content. So, besides Giganta being a huge letdown, the event being a huge letdown, I still love the game, and I want it to be... Yeah, or you will showcase your next... It's okay. And if you want me to play something else, let's say you want me to show you how Marvel Strike Force is, or, you know, maybe you want me to go back to Hearthstone or whatever, just ask, because as I always say, the stream is for the people that watch it. I have fun doing this kind of content, so streaming and whatnot. But yes, that's the point. I want to showcase what you want to see. It's pointless that I just go on and play, let's say, Magic the Gathering Arena when no one wants to see that. No, Fortnite, first-person shooter or whatever are not for me, because I'm not good in FPS. I'm 41 and I have, you know, reflexes of a mongoose, which is pretty fast, but not enough. So there's this stupid Alaquima Jester, and let's go with our leadership. So, as I said, anything that you want to see or you want to have me check, I will go on and do that. So let's try and kill someone with... Oh, fun. So let's stun everyone. Okay, I will install DC UO after the stream is over, and I will probably end up being able to play in the next days. Just as soon as this reset is over, and I need some time to build something there, then maybe I will just install it. I don't know if I still have my old account credential, but I may even go and create oh, that's sad. Where you got banned. I will create the character online with the chat. What did you do on that game? You cheated? So this is a proper team. Let's destroy it with the usual. Oh, yeah, that's sad. So let's just buff up. We double the buffs because, you know, everyone has more than one. And maybe we steal something of Power Girl. And then the show begins. Yeah, sure, do nothing to Clayface. Sometimes you have to be... you know, you have to hit rock bottom when they do some stupid change to the game. So this is the best setup for Giganta because there's Arceus, which is low health, and she will get the taunt every turn. But Etrigan is still doing 30k damage to her, so please explain to me where Giganta is good, because I'm maybe missing the whole point of her kit. I don't have any good green damaging guy here, and Giganta was a non-issue. So, again, if you are a whale, if you are someone like me that has a lot of heroes and can play some funny composition with Giganta, by all means, go on. Buy your Giganta or level up or whatever, and you will be happy in playing her in the next month. But if you are your average Joe with a free-to-play account, just don't. So my idea on Jon Stewart. Yeah. So the point in Deathstroke, in Jon Stewart rework is the following. I didn't play with him before the rework, and I know that he has some good moves right now. What I find interesting is that they changed. I will go over his kit in a second. I'm leveling him, and he got to gear 9 today. It will be gear 10 tomorrow. The point is that the best two things that they did for him is giving this chance to apply death immunity to someone, and it's okay. And then they changed this one to do damage instead of light damage. And the point was that he did, yeah, he was doing light damage and maybe one-shotting reds. Right now, this damage, I don't know if it's worth. It's a meter down move too, so this may be some kind of good. But and this one was changed in a not so good way. This was based on everyone in his team to be below 15% health, and then it's changed to him. But the point is that his whole kit is based on him around being low health, right? Because of this, and because of this. So I don't know. The shields are nice, and the eventual death immunity and whatever are all based around 15% health. But there are so many purgers right now, like Clayface, Catwoman, Wonder Girl, and whatever, that makes him some kind of borderline. And Stars of Fire. I've seen Michael. I've seen Michael playing with her a lot on his videos, and she seems nice. This one is based around her dying. It's just gravy, so it's like you don't have this because you don't want this to proc, but it's good to have, and I suppose it's the worst upgrade in legendary points you can get. The rest of her kit has been refined, let's say, where she's good right now, and she can. You always want to gain twin tap and then heal eventually, because in tap will help with the heals. And this buff immunity, it's nice, but it's random. I don't know. I don't really like the rework. I was hyped for Atrocitus. But that's it. Jon Stewart, I'm leveling him just because they may be. If you read the patch notes, they said. Let me find it. So, this is the patch notes. They said that you will be able to gain using featured heroes will gain you extra trophies. So I'm getting him to gear 10 because if they are going to have some kind of lantern featured month, it's good to have the lantern already there. And that's the only reason I'm leveling him up. I won't go to gear 11. I'd rather go on Kill Frost and Al Jordan first. And just to say this right now, I don't know if this one is the same as Deathstroke, because they said get your lantern ready for the new Guardian challenge with Sinestro White Lantern fragments as a reward. So maybe, and if this is it, it will be just a bigger, huge letdown, because they want to force us to play the lanterns in White Lantern Sinestro event. It's a 6-day challenge. I'd rather have the old one where you can refresh as many times as you want instead of this one, because we want to get the shards from Sinestro instead of the stupid rewards. But again, leveling up Jon Stewart is because of this. And the Sinestro part is something that I will keep in mind when going through next month. I know that I was around 550 or 600, let's say. So I got at least 300, and which is like one day clear of the event. And if I upgrade my Robin to L4, I can solo this for 130 more. So if we just think about the full run, I suppose this is better for just a single run. But the fact that you can refresh the last node and spend, let's say, 8k to get 10,000 shards of one lantern of white lantern sinestro, it's better because my white lantern, it's L1 and is just one of the lowest legendary levels that I have. Everyone else beside SSDS is at least L2. So I want his shards. So I suppose you will get up to, I suppose the last node was 180. So it's 310 more. So 600 shards of him for 270 energy, which is pretty good because it's like 600 shards for yeah, but you will be able to get at least Arceus and Hal Jordan 12.5 before the end of the month. Arceus is still in red alert, and Al Jordan is farmable everywhere. He has like 7 nodes. So at least those two you will have. And if you played all the PvP or the red alert, you will have even Jessica Cruz and Star Sapphire. As you can see, I have plenty of L5 lanterns. The point is that the point is that I was saying the other day, if you don't have any and you are stuck, let's say, at L3 or L4, and you want to have some hero to L5, it will cost you 4k gems, right? So you will gain, let's say, 150 shards for 4k gems, and you have to spend the gear to get him to gear 11 because it will probably mean nothing in gear 10. The gear to 11, the rings if you don't have it already, and then this means, like, let's say if you are in gear 10, it's like 3k for the gear and 4k for the legendary to L5, so it's 7k for 180 shards. Maybe it's better if you just wait for him to be in the shop and save you the hassle. But again, this game is this game is a mess at the moment. You don't have any good way to waste your excessive shards. If they give me 1 gem for every shards I have over L5, I would be happy. Or if they make legendary essence easier to farm, because it's pretty quick here, but you will gain just 2k and 400 for every 100 gems. They need to lower the price of this because 500 gems is just a huge letdown, let's say. And then that's it. As I said, red dollars, I think they will still give you I haven't completed it today. They still give you Arceus shards. Yeah, check my cyborg. And World Greatest Detective. It's just a mess. This should have done something long ago. And Ogre said, oh, they are excused because they don't have anything like the Ultimus Orbs in Marvel Strike Force. So let's just, because today is it's a stupid day and I'm going like this. I don't know if there's an update, so I will show like the shard conversion. It's hard to do and works in Marvel Strike Force. It's the first time I play this game since like a couple of months. Give it 1 second to load up. So again, this game is horrible, whatever. But as you can see from my roster, I have this crossbone maxed out. As you can see, he has max 7 star, right? If I go here, he's available in Blitz store. I don't care. And I waste my resources in buying his shirt. This is what happens. I got right now supplies. I got 90 Ultimus shards because my crossbone was already maxed out. Okay, so you will get those ultimate orbs, and you can go here and open shards of Ultimus. Let's don't care about what we can get, or it's good, it's bad, or whatever. It's just that the game is like less than 5 months old, and they already have some kind of features in managing the end game bunch of whatever. Let's just Yep. So 4 new characters in the new update. Deadpool back. Yeah, rewards. So they have a way to implement some kind of after maxed content, and here we still don't see anything like that. I will take anything like give me green essence, give me legendary essence, give me gems or energy or whatever. Just don't make me have this kind of 10,000 shares and nothing to do with them. Give me 1 moment, I need to swap it back because the audio is no longer spell for speed. I don't need speed force. Check my speed force on top of that. So give me 1 moment, I will be back in a second. Okay, as I said, I don't need any kind of speed force. I agree that some of you may use that speed force, so it's okay to, go there. But again, I have more than plenty because I usually run my gear stuff when during the week I don't farm on Sunday. And I will let the iPad play while I'm at work during the breaks or whatever. So there's no point in more speed force. And I even suggest Warner Bros. A lot of use for these resources. But it's another tale for another day, and I hope to be able to talk about that in the next weeks or months or whatever, when they maybe introduce my ideas. So beside that, let's go back to it. So we have Legendary 1 Gear 11 Raven. He will be pretty happy next week when we have PvP for her. And the rest are Gear 10. They will destroy my guys. So let's at least use Power Girl here. But again, giving us some way to convert the excess shards to something, it's not something that you really need, but it's like a show of fate when they tell us, okay, you wanted something, here you go, you will get legendary essence. Let's say they will give us maybe 10 legendary essence for every excess shards, right? So my 300 Deathstroke shards will become like 30k legendary essence. I'm pretty fine with that. So Bane will probably end up killing my DOJ because she will taunt. I'm pretty sure she will. And she did. Okay, she's still alive. And is dead. And this bus reef is pretty nice. So let's collect those shards. One moment, I need to check one message. Gear 11 DOJ. We can still go with the old arrow one. Let's go on the OJ, bring some healing immunity. I suppose that I am in the dumpster rank, like 100 and maybe lower than that. I will check in a second. Give me one moment. I suppose I'm just barely outside top 100, and as I said, I'd like to get to top 100 because I need those 130 to just L4, but it's not, yeah, 169, and I'm like 180 or 7, yeah, 80 outside of it, just one board clear, and I need the issue here is that I need 130 to get to L4. 130. It's a shame because we have this 125 top 20 250 and we have 150. So whatever I do, I will go over it or just 5 below. But again, I was thinking to upgrade my Nightwing to L4 and Gear 11 for the Deathstroke event. And because it's not even close to be worth it, I will just skip. Nightwing will stay in the dumpster where is. And I even wasted gear to get him to Gear 10. I should have used it on Penguin. I'm trying to bring everyone to Gear 10 just to be able to fulfill requests on chat. And this week I've taken Nightwing to Gear 10, and I've taken Chemo to gear 9, and then they announced Jon Stewart. So Jon Stewart took the first place, and I'm going probably to level up. I got Harris there, and I'm going to probably get Grandy and Fate, because people will ask, "Hi, CR." People will ask for a Fate plus Supergirl during her week. Shazam is already gear 9, and the issue with Shazam is that it's always the rings. I have him at L3. It's pretty cool, but yeah. My Shazam, Black Adam, TDK, Batman CC, and a couple more are already gear 9. It's just that I don't have the priority to get them to gear 10. I prefer to get to gear 10 Carter that I never used or for some reason are still there in the dumpster. So let's phase out this Giganta. Go for it. I think that you will just 3-star everything with a speedy team. 3 or 4 board clear will take you to top 5,000. What's your opinion on CR on the Titan event? So this guy had my same idea: get up your Nightwing and use it into the Titan event. And then he said, "Oh, okay, so just save it. Don't even bother." Unless you, for some strange reason, need Deathstroke shards, or you want to enjoy the best thing in that event, which are the cutscenes, just save your time and your energy. The cutscenes are just awesome. It's a shame that you have to play some content just for those. Yeah, yeah, I did live on stream the other day, and I can confirm that. I didn't auto just because I wanted to uh, use Cyborg as my fourth, and using Cyborg means that it will just randomly attack and waste turns. Yeah, then just don't go there. It's a waste of resources. close. I'm in a pickle of debate here because I want to kill him, but I want to debuff. Yep, let's kill him. I want to debuff Superman if I... Oh, we missed the damage immunity. It's okay. The only thing that I don't like is that they said we are watching Wonder Girl, and we are taking a close look at her ability. They didn't say what they were going to be or whatever. I still think she is pretty strong, one of the best characters in the game, pretty good for you know, pretty good character, even with that 70%. And the change in the lasso is not even noticeable. Let's say, just see here, because both Etrian and Reverse Flash and Deathstroke are based on buffs. She's still pretty good. What I don't like is that they are just passing over the fact that they failed to fix the purge on less than 4 buffs. So she just procced on Deathstroke, and it's okay. But the issue is that she will proc on some strange situation where there are less than 4 buffs, and I just add it in with my alt account in PvE, so no one had buffs right there, and she did proc. And as I said, I'm pretty cool with her, let's call it balance. What I'm not cool is that they didn't fix other things that were, to me, more important than the stupid nerf to her damage. Because, again, everyone would have whined even if they left her as she was. Because you know how the internet is, right? If you do something good, they will whine at you. If you do something wrong, they still will whine at you. So there's no point. It's not that I have issue with her. And again, I'm still using her because of what she provides. The big issue that I have is that the timing of the thing, it's wrong. We were whining I'm not whining about her because I think she's fine even with 100%. People were whining about her being OP or meta breaker or whatever since she was released, and they waited 1 full month for that. And after that, there were people that maybe wanted to use her. Sorry, let me go here. Wanted to use her legendary points here, and they used that. Why haven't them allowed us to respect her for free? You change one character and 30% is pretty huge. Okay, 30% means for some character like a full skill up. Let's check this here. If I go to someone like him, his full skill up is 60%, right? While this full skill up is just 30%. Okay, so you have a full investment on rings on Red Robin worth of a nerf okay? And you didn't allow us to respec. I don't want my blue ring from here back. It's okay, I will take them, it's okay. But just please let me respect this point. Because maybe I wanted to have her in some kind of counter to Constantine based team. And this would have been huge, not for the damage because she will not do any damage to Constantine or one thing, just for the purge on herself after I have killed someone. And they didn't. So to me, this was one of the highest priority point to take, and now it's like the fourth one, because the first three are way better right now, and this is not good because of the mirror. So, as I said, when there's something wrong in the game, you have to some kind of fix it or address it. They, everyone was whining about how OP was Starfire. Okay, they fixed one bug. There was one bug of her. This skill proccing from everything, and they even increased this proc chance to 75% from 60, right? So they nerfed her to a degree. They just fixed her, and they buffed her to the end. In the end, and they didn't let us respect that point or whatever. Okay. Here they hugely nerfed her. Again, I'm not whining about the proc. There are characters that I use that have like 60% chance to proc, or one of my favorite, and has his kit based around it, is Constantine, and has just a 40% chance to gain invisibility. So to me, even 40% to the skill was okay. But please, for the love of God, let me respect it. Give me a free respect. It's not that I whine about the rings or whatever. You don't want to have me have back the gear and the rings, it's okay. But this legendary focus, you know that you can respec for free. And because you went to that to the length and changed her during her month, people maybe were investing in her L5 and wasted energy for her, and you nerfed her. Oh, thank you. That's the only issue. Beside that, she's still one of the best characters in the game. She is a huge counter to Clayface and all those buff-based strategies. So, as I said, I'm fine with her change. I'm not fine with the timing and the fact that they didn't allow us to respec. So this will means that Arrow is going to die in retaliation? No, he didn't. The new tunes are gross. I think that Atrocitus is L5 material because his kit is just good. While Larfreeze is a bit of a letdown because it's slow. When I was thinking about them, I was thinking that Larfreeze would have a special damage dealer kit, and it would have been like a green Hetrigan, and then you see that he gains turn meter up when he gets debuffed and permanent intelligence up, and then so he is like a green Hetrigan. He has the chance to seal buff and whatever, so maybe you use flash and reverse flash with him. He steals those speeds up, which are permanent, with the intelligence up, which are permanent, and you just laugh up at your opponents. But he's slow, he's 100 speed, which is like not Grundy level, but there. Instead, I suppose that Atrocitus would have been a juggernaut, like a huge tank, like, Superman or Bane or Clayface were. Instead, he has a support kit, Striker support kit. Yeah, the turn meter will help him, but you just ignore him and kill him. Maybe you are attacking him with just Hetrigan, and you just don't care about his turn meter up but with debuffs. Let me open a couple of packs. Let's see if I can open some Harvis and PvP. I said Harvis and PvP, not Livewire. I'm fine with her. No flash, no. And Grandy. So no worries, no PvP. We have to buy them. Yep. As I said, there are some things in his kit that are huge letdown, and in fact I don't even think he is worth 12.5. Two of his skills are just meh. One is the one that gives him, fixed 3 intelligence up, is like the last one that you want. The one that is based on your teammates dying, it's pretty good, but it's good when you are, using him with Lobo and stuff. And the fact that you will not benefit from having your teammates dying, so she spread the awareness. Fun. And so everyone will have a bunch of buffs right now. Yeah, we want to apply some damage here. You don't want to use let's say Wonder Girls 2 if you can avoid it. Neither you want to use Red Robin, because if you are using Red Robin in an enraged, so debuff based team, you are doing something wrong. You want to use characters like Wonder Girl in more of an active way, where you use her like some kind of random attack source, and you want to use Grandy and you want to use other guys like this. You don't want to use Red Robin with her. Again, Atrocitus to me it's pretty nice, barring the kit, which I wouldn't have given him. I would have given him a taunting kit, a tank kit instead of physical support. But it's okay. Aris is good. Aris with him is pretty good. Yeah, I will farm him even to L5 because I want the shards. It's a waste of resources, but I will farm him to L5 because, as I said, all of his skills. Let's go over his kit. Atrocitus and Larfreeze. The skill is here. So this is the kit. from Atrocitus. Okay, so we have a pretty first skill that you want to take, which is applying rage to the start of the battle, so you are able to just capitalize on the fact that you will apply some increased damage to the likes of Wonder Girl, Grundy, and so on. So you will give shields up, making them resistant to the inevitable miss on Harlequin Majester. You will apply the Enrage, and they will get damage and speed, right? Which is something fitting in his kit. So this is the first ability that you want to take. And then you have these two, which maybe are second and third, which this is one is a 90% chance to call assist on teammates, and because he will enrage them with this leadership and with this subsequent skill, if you use characters that are slower than him, you will basically have a double attack on everyone. And this one, you will use it after you have called an assist if they are already enraged, or before you call them for an assist. And you have to be mindful of the turn meters, because if they go faster than you will screw up your skill. Basically, this will do nothing. And this will be an AoE that will allow you to add more AoE damage, because enraged teammates attack random targets. But you have to consider something, which is right now invisibility is a huge thing, and we can have two situations going on. The first one is that we will see an increase in invisibility, meaning that this legendary point will do nothing, like this one. Or you will have just one taunters, maybe your Superman with damage immunity, and they will all be forced to attack Superman or the taunter. So these two are really interesting, but you have to consider them based on how the meta will shift. If the meta will stabilize and Atrocitus led team will be something like the Grodd led team, something that you may choose to play, but they are not exceptional. They are not Wonder Girl level or Batgirl level. These two skills are good. If the new meta, if he shakes the meta and he becomes a staple, as Wonder Girl has been, these two will be countered by a huge taunter like Superman, or an invisibility based composition, because if you remember, Constantine cannot call an assist on invisible guys, and he will not be able to. This one is like a win more skill, when he will do more damage. That's he has potential. Yes, he has a lot of potential. I was saying this skill is a win more, so it's a 4th point or 5th, and this one instead is huge. I still need to check if this can proc twice. So if I keep killing someone, can they with a 30% chance revive until the end of days? If so, his speed is 110. If so, this skill you want it as probably 1st or 2nd, and then you get the 2 call assist. If not, if it's just a once thing, it's just 4th or 5th skill point. But again, all of his points are good to go, and he is good at health 5, to be honest. While Agent Orange, Lord Freeze, it's speed of 100, which is slow. Yeah, his leadership is gross. Atrocitus' leadership is gross. So this skill means nothing to me, because he will gain 20% of opposing health, and if it's against someone like Bane, that's good. But if it's someone against like Power Girl, you will still like 4k health. for a legendary point, no tank. This one means 3 intelligence up, which are not permanent, and again 4 or 5th skill up. This is huge. This is your first or second skill if you want him as a purger, or third if you don't want him as a purger. It will do special damage. Hi Ventus1, welcome to the stream. It will purge all buffs, which means like he's the only one beside Catwoman that can purge everything. So this is good to have, at least in your kit, in your roster. Maybe you won't use it every time, this one, but it's okay. And it's heavy special damage. So if you have any chance to give him crit chance up, and you can see them, this skill will do a lot of damage. It's crazy good, heavy special damage. And just consider Hetrigan on steroids. This one is pretty good. Every time he's debuffed, you will gain turn meter up. But again, it's like his Constantine. You will avoid killing him last because he will drown you in debuffs. So you will avoid debuffing him because he will destroy you with turn meter up and points. But it's good to have. If we were still in the arrows meta, this would have been godly because everyone would have applied debuffs on him. You know, Green Arrow, Castaway Green Arrow would have just destroyed themselves, more like Livewire did. And this one is the one that I'm conflicted about because I'm talking about the Newmont heroes, because CR wasn't here on Saturday and Friday when we were talking about them. So each time an ally dies, it's like good because it's permanent crit chance up, but it will feed a Wonder Girl and you will lose stars because of this. And because I think that everyone will be playing the new tournament and losing star in this siege tournament here, it's stupid. You will not be using him with people like Grundy and focusing on them dying. You will use him with the normal team and you will get this as a benefit. So third point, the best two are this one. Yeah, Hetrigan will be his main enemy, but you have to consider something. Hetrigan has the benefit of the increased affinity, so it's okay. But if you have played an Hetrigan against another Hetrigan, you will have noticed that the intelligence up from your opponent's Hetrigan made your attacks way worse than they were, right? So because his intelligence up are permanent, you will see that Hetrigan will not do that much damage to him, and he has way more intelligence than Hetrigan. So yeah, that's it. I don't think Hetrigan will feed on him more than Wonder Girl. Wonder Girl will be saying, "Oh sure, you are bringing Larfreeze, thank you for being here," and you will destroy him. But beside that, Hetrigan is just, you know, is Hetrigan. He will do Hetrigan stuff, killing your red guys, and don't care about Larfreeze. So let's take some other music here. Let's use this new album from God is an Astronaut. Yep. Yep. Sadly, Wonder Girl, it's not sad. Wonder Girl is just one of the best characters in the game at the moment. And we are used to a buff-centric meta where it will mean that she will feed on those buffs. But again, thank you for this exchange. It's been pretty interesting. So let's just kill this. I don't think so. Supergirl is cool, but she's like a non-issue. Um, because she'll still do nothing. She still do like no damage at all. Her rework is good because you will be able to use her into a non-leadership position. Uh, but beside that, it's yeah, not really, not really, because you know Atrocitus Supergirl will apply enrages to every of your guys, and it's not that Supergirl is so Swamp Thing is used in like let's say uh, many tier 1 teams. Okay, yeah, I'm supposing is referring to the Ling immunity. So I was saying Swamp Thing is used in so many tier 1 setups, and you don't see Supergirl around. And you still can hit hard. The issue with Supergirl is that she negates crit chance up. So let's go. Over Supergirl. So this movie here will lower critical damage from everyone up to 50%, right? And you don't care about that because if I punch you in the first turn with 4 enraged guys, that will bring someone near death. I don't need to crit. I just can destroy you. And the only thing she's good at is that she is an energy one against a physical one. But be sure that Aris or Grundy will one-shot her. To me, Supergirl is still not good, even after her rework. Okay, I don't have her at L5, but I've played her against her so many times with people like Clayface, Swamp Thing, and I didn't care. She's just like, I will kill you for last, or I will feed my Etrian with your death. And I should be barely outside, yes. So let's keep clearing it. As I said, I don't think. And next week is her featured week as an alliance character, and I still think that we won't see her that much in high-end PvP because she's lackluster. Bye, Jets. Thank you for the beats and the donation. See you on the next days. Tomorrow I will stream after the reset. So see you tomorrow if you are there. Yeah. To be honest, I just liked her. Let's not say more. But I just liked her when she was. Oh, you are on vacation then. Have fun on the beach and say hi to the sea for me. I will probably be on vacation like in 2 weeks. Oh, you too, Ventus. How can you? Yeah, evasions are the real concern to the community, but the issue is there. You can still ignore evasion up. So the big hard team to beat right now is the one with Batgirl and stuff. Batgirl, Liquid Magister, Wonder Girl +1. And to me, the only issue in that team Yeah, I know. The only issue in that team is that you can get enraged. But this, let me find. Uh, so this Jeff, I don't know if it's full gear 11. No, let's not even go there because it's just a trash team. I was saying the only issue is that you have to avoid the first turn and rage. After you do that, you have so many ways to destroy them that you won't even care. You can kill them with Deadshot in a lead or not leadership position. You can kill Wonder Girl with Huntress. You can kill her with Harlequin Magister. You can dispel the taunt on Harlequin Magister with Red Robin, and he cannot miss. There are so many ways to just ignore the team that's just good. As I said, people are scared by changes. People are scared that Wonder Girl would have destroyed their Clayface farming with 2 Robins and Etrigan, and they didn't even realize that Wonder Girl was just an opening for some kind of different way of playing. Thus, people are whining about Wonder Girl, evasion, and stuff, and they don't even realize that's something good for game because it allows you to, play something differently. And Batgirl is something that is enabling low-level guys like, okay, Jazz has just gone, like Jazz to play in top 100 or top 1500 without caring because the evasion is good, but Steppenwolf will counter that, and Wonder Girl will do to a degree because she can still purge and miss. So if you have something like Deadshot, Red Robin, let's say Power Girl for the taunt on first turn, and or Superman and Wonder Girl, you will just farm them unless you are enraged. And if you are enraged, you can still purge everything with Red Robin, and you can still can miss damage on Wonder Girl. Superman doesn't care if you miss, and the only thing that you lose is the taunt, and he has the chance to purge before it goes. So to me, it's not a big issue. I'm happy to see those kind of teams because it's something different. And I have a video where I showcase how to beat them, but it's not something that worthwhile to see. That's why he is still not out. But again, just an announcement. An advice. I will be ending the stream like in 30-35 because I have to fix some real life stuff that I wasn't able to do yesterday because my girlfriend was sick. So it's today that we will do those. Let's see if we can steal the taunt. It's nice when you steal the best buffs on them. And let's see, kill Cyborg, kill the OJ on the next turn. He's invisible, so better safe than sorry. Yeah, thank you. She's better today, but still not 100%. As I said, Wonder Girl is still pretty good because she has a chance to purge AoE wide 3 buffs on your opponent team, and that's it. She is one of the best characters in the game. The issue that I have right now is that they should have you know, focus on the bugs instead of the gameplay changes. So we have a proper team here. Yep, we have. And it's a taunting power girl with... it's interesting, but I suppose we don't care about that. This team I'm using is pretty weak on... So, as you have seen, she did proc with 4 buffs, which is pointless to me. This game sometimes is just sad. So the crit from Power Girl just got every of our guys behind this Superman taunt, and we should be able to kill Power Girl and then go on POT. And as you can see, just a couple of strengths up on Wonder Girl, yes, makes her so scary. Let's clean this trash here. Still, people 5 months after his release are crying after Etrigan, and they didn't even nerf him, while they had just 1 month of Wonder Girl, which would have been the answer to Etrigan outcries, and they changed there. I don't know why they do this stuff. My plan here is that both Nightwing and Champion of the Amazon will give everyone else buffs. So I want to, you know, capitalize on that and do as much damage as I can. Thank you for the buffs. As I said, you can cry out for Wonder Girl, and people will just be happy with that. And then there's this Adrian, which destroys completely you, and you do nothing. Sure. One more. that they could have, you know, reduced the duration of Etrigan intelligence up for to 1/3 in line with Starfire's, and it would have still be one of the best special damage in the game. No, let's just nerf Wonder Girl. Sorry, I'm so angry at the change that they gave us. And the reason, which was like, we are monitoring her, but no reason at all. They didn't say, we nerfed her because her damage was too high or whatever. They just said, okay, we are doing that. Bye. I just wanted to see how much damage can Superman do. Do you think he will be able to kill Green Arrow? So, not even an hint of damage. And let's just end this quickly. To be honest, sure. The issue with Wonder Girl was that she was proccing on debuffs. The only debuff which is counted as a buff right now is healing immunity. So that's the only one she could have procced. And that's not really the whole mess. So let me... my issue with Aris, my issue with Aris is gear 10, so I will use him when I have gear 10 fights, not against gear 11 because it will be just a mess. And let me go quickly over this. One red. So let's go like this. Okay. I was saying, give me a moment. Okay, I was saying the issue here is that we are, I don't know how to put it. There are such a huge inconsistencies in this game that even half of those would have been good. What I mean is, you see people with like 7 debuffs, with 7 evasion down being hit on turn 1, and you will see people with no evasion down being missed. You see so many strange stuff in this game, which is not even sorry, I'm just so angry at this stupid decision that they are taking that I'm even thinking about the game. Sorry. Let me play properly. Okay, let me right. I was saying, this game is full of inconsistencies. The first one being the fact that we have some character that are able to miss even when you are pretty sure that there's no chance in the world that you could have missed. Uh, some inconsistencies with the AI. You see the AI doing some random stuff. For example, Harlequin Magister will go AoE on the first turn. And then you have this randomness when she just goes on some low health green that you have on your team. And you say, what's happening? You should have gone on any other reds or mystical that I have in the game, and you still went on the green? Why? Because it's the best move that I can do. So you have just to, accept that the game is going to screw you in the worst possible way when you don't expect that. As my Hetrigan not proccing twice or whatever. You shouldn't rely on something like 70% chance to proc a random attack here, which is the same of someone else, and then whine because you missed. Because there's this saying where one friend of mine says, if it's not 100%, for me it's 0%. Yeah, but and then you see the issue. They introduce one new character that's supposed to be a big taunter. That's supposed to be a huge taunter, a wall taunter, a skyscraper taunter, and you reverse these two buffs. The start of the game skill is Girl's Perth, which means she will become huge, and let's say lore-wise, she will attract your attention, right? And what she does? Nothing. Because taking this point and having this one is like legendary focus is just a letdown, because you wasted that point because you want to have her taunting before you use the growth spurt. But the taunt, it's here, and it's stupid. It should have been like, this move is a damaging move that it will benefit from increasing her buffs, every buffs, taunts and whatever, agility, stamina, whatever. And this one, where she grows huge, she gets the taunt on herself. And again, she stomps and she gets the chance to use the taunt. She sees someone in needs of damage and she taunts. But these two are just horrible. These two legendary points should be swapped. And don't mind that I took that point. I was talking the other day and I misclicked. So you should never go 5-2. You should go 5-3. Because if you do like that, you have no chance to actively play your taunt, which is on this skill, which has no sense at all. So you give us an alternative to Harlequin Magister and you screw it up. There's no point in air kick like this. Okay, so let's stop it. I'm starting to transform the Dulot experience in Hungry Gamer livestream. So, Harris has his place where he, buffs people, and you benefit from those enrages. Sadly, he needs a high legendary point to be worth, because you need at least L3 to be using him in current meta, because you need these skills here as a legendary leadership. You need this fueled by conflict to recover his health, and the fact that he has light heal, it's because he will gain stamina up. And if it would have been a medium or heavy heal, he would have been just like fully healed himself. And you want the stamina up on this. This one is buff immunity on the opponent team, so we could skip that. This is huge because it will reduce the cooldown from Energy Wars Word. And Energy Wars Word is what enrages opponent teams and give him turn meter up. So you can go L2 with his leadership and his 2. But when I used to play him, this was way better because he will procs a lot. He procs on critical hits, and you want him to get turn meter up and stamina up. So I was saying, Aris to enrage your Wonder Girl, you want first turn taunters, maybe Superman, and then you want some kind of special damage, or blue, or whatever, or green dealer. So we can swap Power Girl for here, for Superman, because we will save our guys from first turn kills. And then you want someone that can spread the buffs, or someone like keep protecting your enraged characters. Or maybe you want Grandy, which I don't have leveled enough, because enraging Grandy would benefit from Aris and will be increasing his damage. But my Grandy is gear 5. It will be upgraded in the next days, I suppose. I will farm tomorrow for his gear 10. So in the last slot, I could use Etrigan to kill the 2 greens, but would be in just, gravy. One that relies on your opponent being enraged is Constantine, so let's go like this. And Etrigan and Constantine here is good enough because you will have the chance to apply the enrage on someone and call them. Let's say apply the enrage on Wonder Girl here. You buff up everyone, and let's say you want to taunt up because I don't want to kill them on turn 1. And then you get to call an assist here because he's invisible. Let's call an assist on Power Girl. And Aris is getting turn meter up. That you can apply the enrage and stamina up on Wonder Girl here. Having her do more damage to your opponent team. Let's and because she could have been enraged again, you have the benefit from enraging, and he gets the turn meter up, cooldown reduced, and more turn meter up. So with the advent of Atrocitus, I suppose that you can use Atrocitus in the Constantine role or in the leadership role instead of Harris, and benefit from that. Let's get another gear 10 team. So this 24 should be gear 2 gear 11, no, 3 gear 11. Okay, this is Terra, which is gear 11, and they are all buffed. I'm thinking to leveling Aris to gear 11 if Atrocitus is good, but I want to see who's buffed in the Larfreeze event before I go there. So I didn't get the buff immunity, so I will taunt up. I could have attacked my Robin, my opponent Green Arrow. She's proccing on something, so let's buff up and get some enrage here, which means that he is getting turn meter up again. So let's just go here. Fine. And as you can see, she does so much damage when enraged because of the increase in damage she does when she's enraged. Imagine that with Atrocitus leadership, which will still increase her damage by 50%. So to me, Wonder Girl and Atrocitus are huge, and I suppose they will be fun to play with, especially because you can play with that compo in the upcoming PvE content. So I'm just losing 1 point here. But we have another character that will speed up Aris, granting more enrages. So she basically destroyed. Let's apply the enrage to Bane. It's no damage. She 80k on Hetrigan. Yeah, they probably will. So more enrages here. And this would have been lowered the cooldown from the sword. This combo is good, and Ares is good. The issue is that he needs a bigger health pool to be able to survive in a Gear 11 world. In Gear 10 he is tanky, but not enough to be played in a non-leadership position. As you can see, he has 20k health. And then, as I said, imagine this like it's Atrocitus. So you have Atrocitus here and Aris. And okay, let's lose some points. Because Grundy will get turn meter up, you know what will happen. So he will be increase the turn meter up, and he's enraged. Sure, as I said. And imagine this with Gear 10 and 15% more damage. So, as I said, this team with Atrocitus lead instead of Wild Lantern Sinestro is probably the one that everyone will be rocking when the Atrocitus will be available. Because you have Grundy here that did in Gear 5 8k damage because of this enraged, and I don't even have this skill upgraded. Imagine the damage he will do with this skill fully upgraded. And because he can return from the death, he will return for his skill or eventually the one from Atrocitus, which means that he still get the enrage. It's just huge, and it's just good. Constantine to me it's a go-to in that team because you will lack special damage if you don't. So you can use this. Let's say this one is Atrocitus. So Atrocitus, Grundy is farmable. It's pretty easy to farm. It's available in Red Alert as I think. Yeah, just leveling them up. Tomorrow is Blue Day, Mystic Day, so Aris, it's a bit of a pain. I suppose that he will have like a huge pack when Atrocitus is out. And he is in PvP pack right now. Beside that, I suppose that, as I said, he will get a pack sooner or later. So this team, Wonder Girl is huge because if she gets enraged, she will do additional damage. Randy will do the same thing, bringing a lot of pain and being able to survive. And in the last spot, you may have someone that has a good enrage attack, so one that has a good auto attack. And as I said before, if you use Constantine here, you still want to have him attack with his random attack with his first call and assist from one that is enraged. Okay, so the one that you will call as an enrage will be enraged and do more damage because of Atrocitus leadership, and he will do special damage. You can taunt Grundy, and you will know what that will mean. That they will hit him, he will get strengths up and agilities up, and it will be a huge mess. So to me, with just instead of Ivy, you will have Atrocitus. This is one pretty good team because you want them to use their first attack on the first turn. Wonder Girl will do like 10,000 million damage. Grundy will do so much damage. Constantine will call an Astis from Grundy probably because it's this lower one. You are just happy with everything that happens with your team. And you have a special damage, you have Taunter on Constantine, you have awareness. I think this is one, with Atrocitus, one of the best teams that you can start with. Start toying with, at least. And after that, it's, free roam. So let's use this for energy. And 6k, 6k, 5k. Redwood. Yeah, the issue with the legendary skill is that you have no other bleeders. So she will attack with her first skill, and you will have no one else that's able to, apply the bleeds at the start. So with Siren, Siren is one of my best geared character. She's one of the very first that I upgraded to gear 11 because I love her. But I don't think she's good enough in that compo because I will show that in a second. So he should die as soon as I get my turn. Or just die by the bleeds. If he gets his turn. Bye bye. So let's go back to... Oh, he's still alive? No, he's gear 11. That's why. Yeah. My Siren, as I said, she's one of my favorites. She was one of the very first I brought to gear 11. And the fact that she applies the Enrage with this skill, with these legendary points, and she applies the Enrage on the target. So if she is enraged, she will use Vicious Construct. And because you have no other bleeders, if you are not using your Constantine, you won't have someone to apply the bleed. So if Siren is the only bleeder in your team, you usually do your 3 or your 2 on turn 1, and then you proceed with Vicious Construct using them as first. And again, as I said before, I think that Aris will get a sale. I'm not one who's buying sales because I prefer to spend the gems on gearing up characters instead of buying the gems, the shards, and I need so few. So if he gets like 2k for 40 shards, I will go there and buy it because I will get the last one from the PvP and I will get his 5th. But I suppose that you want Atrocitus better than because Aris, and this is the last thing that I will do after. Yeah. So Aris, as you can see, is like Katana. Aris and Katana are two of the first character and two the let's say only character. Let me clear my energy quickly, like while I describe this. Are the first two and only characters that have leadership that are, you know, greedy, because both of them have leadership that benefit themselves instead of the others. So you want, if you use Aris in your leadership position, you are having a pretty good leader, which is a huge 10 that you can taunt up with Constantine and get Turn Meter up, get Stamina up. He can even go Death Immune if you use his 2 on himself, and that's it. It's pretty good. But after that, it's just greedy. While Atrocitus gives shield, speeds up, increased damage, and whatever to your whole team. So I suppose it's better in the leadership position. And when you remove Aris from the leadership position, you are left with him in... so let me get Red Robin, Redwood here, Power Girl, Red Robin, and Etrigan. After you remove the leadership benefit from Aris, is just one that can give enrage to someone, and then Atrocitus does that better because applies enrage to everyone else. So I suppose that you still want Atrocitus as your leadership, and then Aris will be better swapped on with the like of Constantine, for example, for the reason that I said. You want Constantine, Grandi, Wonder Girl, and Atrocitus. And if they, for some huge mistake, kill your Grandi and he is back, and you have Atrocitus that can bring him back again, and Constantine that can capitalize on, you know, on debuffs on the opponent, they are just in a world of art. So that's what I'm basically saying. I suppose that you want Atrocitus, Grandi, Wonder Girl, and Constantine, or even Sinestro, Yellow Lantern. I was expecting a rework for him, but they never give me what I want. So that being said, and if you have any other question, feel free to ask. I will go pretty soon after I complete a couple more games based on my current energy. So one more game and I'm gone. Let's go about this. And this is the point where you don't care about the avoidance or whatever, because you will go something like this with Steppenwolf buffing your character, and yeah, let's say, oh sorry, where is so let's go like this. So the big issue that I have for next month, just to recap my thoughts from before, is that Larfreeze has an alliance week before he's able to, you know, get your pulse on him, and they have to do something else just to allow us to get his shards before it's too late. And before that, I'm pretty hyped for next month content, especially the new tournament month long, I fear that the 3-star system will penalize the, the old player, because guys with lesser roster will be able to benefit from the 3-star system and 16 whatever more than we do. Beside that, let's see what happens in a couple of days, and we will be okay, I hope. So that said and done, thank you for being on stream. Thank you for the follows and the bits from Jazz and the subscription. Remember that you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free, and you have one subscription to spend it. I will go in detail about the benefit of subscription in the next days. I will be here tomorrow, a couple or 3 hours, depending on my real life stuff, before the reset. So let's say 3 hours from now tomorrow, I will post as usual on Reddit, Discord, and whatever. And I hope you enjoyed it. You have learned something from my ideas or composition or whatever. And I'll see you tomorrow if you are, or maybe the next Sunday or before, as soon as we get something. Bye bye. See you.